Hello, welcome to Đồng Nai Radio and Television Station. Here comes the news today. On February the 5th, under the chairmanship of Prime Minister Nguyễn Xuân Phúc, the government held its January regular meeting, the first meeting of 2020, in the context of Lunar New Year, and the whole country is making efforts, implementing measures to prevent coronavirus. Speaking at the opening of the meeting, the Prime Minister highly appreciated that all branches and localities have well organized to ensure the service of people to celebrate the Lunar New Year 2020, especially the care of TED for policy beneficiaries and the poor, areas affected by natural disasters. Regarding the prevention and control of coronavirus epidemic, the Prime Minister reiterated the policy. It is possible to sacrifice part of economic growth to ensure health and life for the people and emphasized the government has established a steering committee, proactively deployed comprehensive and strong measures with specific solutions to prevent, control these epidemics, and highly appreciated by international organizations. The Prime Minister also praised the localities for thoroughly implementing preventive measures. Currently, Vietnam has detected 10 cases of infection, which has cured 3 cases. The Prime Minister also asked for strong measures to ensure the growth. The NCOV epidemic strongly affects economic development in Vietnam and countries around the world, especially in the fields of aviation, agriculture, securities, tourism, and export. Along with that, the long Tet holiday period leading to a decrease in growth in the first quarter of 2020, and of course, January is greatly affected. It is estimated that GDP in the first quarter will be reduced to 1%, but the Prime Minister said that there is no issue to adjust growth for 2020. Đông Xuân is the main rice crop in the Mekong Delta with good quality rice, so traditional markets such as Malaysia and the Philippines are stepping up buying, and the rice export market has more prospects. According to the General Department of Customs, in January 2020, rice exports were estimated at 559.61 million tons, worth $270.26 million USD, compared to December 2019, up 12% in volume and 38.96% in value. Compared to the same period in 2019, it will increase by 28.05% in volume and 38.38% in turnover. In 2019, Vietnam exports more than 2 million tons of rice to the Philippines. It is expected that in 2020, the Philippines will buy rice equal to or higher than 2019. The African market buys about 1 million tons of rice per year. Malaysia will import about 500,000 tons per year. Each year, Vietnam exports to Cuba from 300,000 to 400,000 tons of rice. In addition, businesses also export to other markets around the world. On February the 5th, senators vote that President Trump is not guilty on the counts of abuse of power in the first article of impeachment. On the first of 2 articles of impeachment, Mitt Romney of Utah was the lone Republican to vote convict Trump, along with all Democrats and independents. On the second article, obstruction of Congress, the president was acquitted in a pure party line vote, with all Republicans voting not guilty and all Democrats and independents voting guilty. The final tallies were 52 to 48 to acquit on Article 1 and 53 to 47 to acquit on Article 2. It is therefore ordered and addressed that Donald John Trump be and is hereby acquitted of the charges in said articles. Chief Justice John Roberts, who presided over the trial, declared after the votes. U.S. Senate Majority Leader Mitch McConnell emphasized that the Democratic Party's failed attempt to impeach and bring down President Donald Trump was a major political mistake. Minority Leader in the U.S. Senate, Charles Schumer, said the U.S. Senate's declaration was almost worthless since the Republicans refused to witness an impeachment hearing. Venezuela government on Wednesday accused U.S. President Donald Trump of violent threats after he said socialist leader Nicolas Maduro's regime would be smashed and broken during his annual address to Congress. Trump offends and disrespects the Venezuelan people by proffering violent threats against its integrity and against the constitutional, legitimate, and democratic government of President Nicolas Maduro, Foreign Minister Jorge Arias told reporters. Venezuela's reaction came after Trump said in his federal message that the U.S. would defeat the Maduro government and introduce Venezuelan opposition leader Juan Guaido as a guest. Trump was to meet later in the day at the White House with Venezuelan opposition leader Juan Guaido, who was the White House guest at the President's State of the Union address to the U.S. Congress Tuesday night. That's all for the news today. Thank you for joining us and goodbye.